So, welcome to Steelfest 2017. Here we are in the evening time in a locker room in some peculiar place, but we have a very special guest, Enthroned from Belgium. Welcome. Please state your name, sir.
Known guest, lead vocalist and guitar player of Enthroned.
You've been in the band for ages, but even you are not anymore the original member, am I right?
Yeah, at a few months close, yeah. Like I joined the band in early 95, end of 94.
So you've done a long career. What does it mean to be enthroned after 25 years?
Well, nothing different actually, except for the longevity maybe. But we just have still the same mentality, the same goals, the same why we are here, why we created that band. So, yeah, nothing changed as far as I'm concerned, personally.
What about lyrics and creating music? Has that changed throughout the years, or are you still the kid inside?
No. Things have became way more serious. The original idea for why we formed this band is still the same, like mix the beliefs with that extreme form of music. But well, we are adults for quite a few years now, so yeah. It's more like about our beliefs than the gimmick and the confusion and darkness we had when we were young. Now it's really something serious. Like for the last years, it's what actually me live day by day, every day of my life. So that's a big change, and the music, of course, reflects that.
So how does adult life compare to when we were 18 or 20s or something? How does that affect creating music and creating those lyrics?
Well, you have more. You see everything more from the back. You have a more general view. Because before it was like, yeah, we're gonna do like I'm angry, but since I'm 20, 25, something like that, it's more like about translating the feelings into sound. And the lyrics, of course, are a reflection of the lyrics. So that's another thing, and we evolved as musicians as well through the years, which is normal. So we have a more rational and more like a mature view of the whole thing.
So you have had quite a few lineups as well during the years. What about this new lineup compared to the previous ones? Is this the best Enthroned ever, or?
Well, you can always say the last lineup is always the best one ever. Except for the bass player, I think everybody's pretty cool in the band, No, but we have a good chemistry. And if whatever one day somebody wants to leave, well, he wants to leave. We are really respectful for the decisions of everybody, and we prefer that the person leaves than stay and feel trapped. That's always been like that. Except that in a few circumstances we had to just take the decision for other people because it was other reasons, like getting a bit. And that's something in Enthroned we don't accept. Like people who get really cocky and for no reason. It's not because you sell albums that you have to be a dick. You just have to be a dick.
you are gonna be a dick or not, but you're gonna be.
I'm definitely a dick.
Exactly. Okay, being a dick is being your main job as a boss in the band.
Yeah.
But how do you choose the people that can actually play in Enthroned? For example, is reading the lyrics true and accepting the message like one of the requirements to play in a band, or is it more about music?
I'm not Jon Nerdveit, like all respect towards him, but at least I want people to agree with what we stand for. Otherwise, I don't see the point of that person being in the band. If they share the same belief, that's a plus. For me, I like to know the people before I ask them to join. They have to be fellow as musicians, especially in the mentality and the spirit. So for me, I'm not a complicated person, but there must be a logic behind everything. Otherwise, it's fake, it's plastic, and I don't want that for Enthroned.
You mentioned message of the band. What it would be if you had to put it in like one or two sentences?
Well, my or our experiences and vision through the occult. In the past, we limited ourselves to Satanism because we were just novices, but as we grew up, of course, you learn more. But that's what we want to spread, something that is authentic, what we are, and not what people want to hear or what is to be done to fit in. because that's just plastic to me, and I don't want to be a part of that.
What do you seek in the occult arts or occultism in general?
Eternal ascent, as far as I'm concerned.
There's no deeper or meaning you want to share with us?
That's something I share with people like-minded.
All right. So what about other bands in that sort of area? For example, religious black metal or occult death metal, black metal, stuff like that. Do you have kind of a same mindset? Do you exchange knowledge or ideas or like tips, what books to read or rituals to be done? Or
Well, it's not something necessarily in the metal, black metal scene. Actually, it's really minor, a small part of the people I know and share those things. Most of the people I share, or like we talk about this, or like we exchange, or like we explained, have nothing to do with the scene. There are some, of course, here and there, like in everywhere. But yeah, there's a guy I'm dealing with those things, and he's just like a local fireman, you know, and he has nothing to do with metal. He's listening to techno. I'm not music, you know. It's not about what you're listening to. It's what your mind is about, what you stand for.
so what about bands in the, let's say, more or less in the same genre? Do you have kind of kinship towards them, or are you just a lone wolves type of guys?
I don't know. Like, yeah, I had some connections with members of Funeral Winds, for example, from Holland, Belgium, from Funeral Mist, Ariok, and yeah, there's a few people like the guys of Nightbringer as well. But we exchange members all the time, so it's a bit normal. So, yeah, there's a few people like that as well on Theus. People some from on Theus and stuff. But as I said, it's it depends the persons. It's something chemical between the persons and not band alike or related for me.
All right. Do you think there's a more or less kind of same kind of atmosphere when it comes to people in central part of Europe? I mean, you mentioned Netherlands and obviously Belgium, France, and stuff. Do you have more or same mindset there than other parts of Europe, or?
No, I'm an alien. No, but we are all individuals, you know, like, and we surprise ourselves to be so different from one another. People, okay, you have the mentalities in some countries which are totally different, you know, here and there. But it's funny to see how we have some totally different people with different backgrounds, different cultures, feeling exactly the same things through the occult, through spirituality, or through kinship, that all over the world. Yeah, so it has nothing to do with the culture or anything, I think. Because yeah, I have friends as well in Thailand, in Brazil, in Colombia, in Egypt, in Russia, and in Finland, even if they're a bit more silly than anywhere else. But yeah, we found the same kind of common ground on that matter, and then of course it develops into friendship eventually, but nothing to do especially with the region or the area of Europe or anything.
All right. Belgium is one of the kind of most democratic countries in Europe, I think. But you sure must have some political winds going back and forth, like, you know, like right wing versus left wing, and these kind of interference with the metal music, like shows getting cancelled and stuff like that. Have you ever suffered from those kind of accusations or cancelled shows? Or
in Belgium, never. Regarding that, no. They just go to the roots of the problem in Belgium. They just kill the art purely and simply. It's the only country that doesn't support their local, their bands or artists. Before you had their artist statues, like in every country, like the government support you if you're an artist. The new government just cancel that purely and simply. And then if they catch you like playing a gig and you don't pay a tax on the gig you play, you have sanctions. So yeah, you can lose your job and any indemnity, for example.
so does it mean that you're in a captivity of Belgium bureaucracy?
I just went freelance. They cannot do anything about it. I'm a graphic designer, so I put everything in the account of my fucking company. And it's legal, so cannot do anything.
All right. So, what are the expectations? What are we gonna have here in Finland and other shows you're going to perform during the next few weeks or months? What does Enthroned had in its pocket?
Well, these are the last shows actually for the previous album, Sovereigns, and then this summer we're gonna start really working more on the new album. and we'll see where that leads us. But the shows here are one of the last ones, let's say, for Sovereigns. And I will see. Just we don't have lots of things. It's just us, and we give all what we get. We have.
What do you expect from the new album to come out?
Oh, that's a good question. I would like to know myself.
No songs ready yet?
Yeah, but we're still working on it, and we're looking for a new record company as well.
All right. What would be your words to the audience to say if someone was interested in Enthroned, but for some weird reason never has heard you before, to go see you live, to pick an album, or what is the starting point to check you out?
See us live and check the last albums,
Just the last album.
the 4 last albums, to have an objective opinion. Because before we had another vocalist and different members. I don't deny or whatever those albums, absolutely not. But if you want to have an idea of what Enthroned stand for now, it's logical to check the last albums. The next one will be probably a bit more different, but I don't want to say too much about it yet.
All right. Any last words before you go to spread your occult message?
Well, thanks for the interview, and we'll see how these Finnish bastards are doing. Yeah.
Want to try the sauna?
Oh, definitely, man.
That is good. That's good. Thank you very much for the interview, and I hope you have a fine evening.
Thank you very much. Cheers, man.
This is all from the Steelfest 2017. Stay tuned for more shit to come on your way.